Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Kumar. So today we are going to learn about SSL certificates. We have been seeing this certificate everywhere. Whenever we visit any website, we always think whether my communication is secure or not. Yeah, definitely. You may think like, okay, I'm able to get the data. I'm able to do all the actions. Suppose you want to chat somebody, you want to use Facebook or you want to use Twitter or any other website. But at the end, you are worried about your data, your communication. Someone should not use your data or your communication details and do some bad thing, right? So this securing the data is really most important thing. So in this video we are going to discuss about the basics of SSL certificates. Those who are not aware about what is SSL certificates, so let's take a few minutes to explain that, and then we will later proceed about different topics. So this is going to be very basics of SSL certificates. I'm not going to discuss about the internals of SSL certificate. The thing that I want to discuss is about the perspective, right? How we use them in the development, how we configure them to make our website secure. Okay, so let's go to the notepad. In a website there are two type of communication we always see. One is HTTP, another one is HTTPS. So these two communications, right, there are two type of these protocols, right? HTTP protocol, HTTPS protocol. So this is secure, that's why we are using S here, and here we don't have S, so this is non-secure protocol. So now where this comes, so let's say Mr. A wants to communicate with server. So when we say server, Mr. A wants to use one website. Let's say we take an example of xyz.com, and that website is fetching data from the server. Now the communication between Mr. A and this server should be secure. If you are using HTTP protocol, then it is not secure. But when you are using HTTPS protocol for this communication, then it is secure. Then how this makes data secure, we are not going to cover that in this video. Maybe in some other video we can discuss those things, but here we just want to talk about the SSL certificate. So to implement this security, we include SSL certificate in our website. So then after this URL becomes like https xyz.com. Now this website is secure. Another thing is, then how we get this SSL certificate? Who will provide this? So these SSL certificates are provided by certificate authority. The term is CA. This is not chartered accountant. This is certificate authority. This certificate authority is responsible for providing a SSL certificate on the request. Then how to make a request to this certificate authority to provide a certificate? So we create one request which is specially called as CSR. This is called as certificate signing request. So we create CSR and then we send this CSR file to CA, and CA provides us the SSL certificate. Maybe in different format, but finally we will have the SSL certificate. Now again the question is, who is certificate authority? So it could be any company who is in this business. For example, GoDaddy, we have Big Rock, we have other domains which are websites or companies, they are providing certificates. Now we need to understand like why we need certificate from this CA. Can't we create our own certificates? Because if you are going to provisioning a SSL certificate, then definitely it will incur a cost. So do you need to do that? Is it required? So answer is yes. Your certificate will not be valid. So when I say valid, definitely it comes with some questions, right? Why it is valid? Certificate is certificate, then why we need to get it from CA? Why can't I create a certificate? Or so let's see that. So when a certificate is invalid, it means you will see a kind of error on your browser. So let me show you. If you might have seen in on your website, right? If you take an example of, like, I'm just going to show an example, right? I don't have any invalid website, so I can ask like invalid SSL certificate issue in browser. Yeah, so whenever you have an invalid certificate, you mostly see this kind of red text which says not secure, and it also says like your connection is not private. So it means someone can use this data, or someone can steal your information. Okay, so now the question was, can we create our own certificate? Yes, we can create our own certificate. Will it be valid? No, it won't be valid. So do I need to do something to make it valid? Yes, you have to do something to make it valid, only for you, not for the entire world. When you have to make a certificate valid for the entire world, you must have to get it from the CA. So let's understand that from one example, that why we need to take it from the CA. So consider there are two friends, A and B. A lives in remote village or maybe some undeveloped cities where there is a college called, maybe we can say like college 1. I am not getting the perfect name, so let's go with this. And this B is reading or studying in this college 2. A completed his graduation or his studies from this college and got a certificate for his graduation, right? So got this certificate, I'm calling it as certificate 1. And B completed his studies and he also got the certificate, so I'm calling it as certificate 2. Now both went to a company to get a job. So let's say it's Amazon. This is just an example. Let's suppose Amazon is hiring few people for one of the product, right? And they are looking somebody who is graduated with distinction marks. So let's consider B has got 68% and A has got 85%. Now both are eligible for the opportunity, so they applied for the position, but candidate A got rejected and candidate B got selected. Okay, so let's understand the reason why candidate A got rejected and B got selected. So the reason behind is, in this scenario, college 1 is accredited from a non-standard organization which is not listed in India. So B got selected because his college is accredited by NBA, National Board of Accreditation. This is just an example. So that's why when Amazon has to validate their certificate, so they can validate that certificate from NBA. So in that case, this B's certificate will be validated, whereas certificate of candidate A will be invalid. So that's the reason A should have got this certificate from the college which is accredited by NBA or some standard organization. Now back to the question, how the self-signed certificate, means the certificate which is created by myself, will be invalid. So the reason is, there are certificate providers which are CAs, right, certificate authority, that we discussed. They are providing the certificate which is valid across the world. Okay, but when you create certificate by yourself, that will be not validated across the world. That would be valid only for you, not for the entire world. And that's the reason we must have to take a certificate from certificate authority to make a valid SSL certificate. Okay, so the process would be, you will create a CSR, and that CSR request will go to CA, and CA will create a certificate, and then that will be provided to you against your CSR. Now the next question is, how browser will identify that why we are, like, we saw this error, right? So how browser is identifying whether this website is secure or not? Does that browser knows everything about the website which I'm going to access, or is it any other way to identify with if the website or if the certificate is secure or not? So basically it verifies whether the certificate is valid or not. It doesn't verify whether the website is secure or not. When I say secure, it means that whether the website belongs to a good guy or bad guy. If browser is saying secure, it means that SSL certificate used or configured for the website is valid. And if it is not valid, browsers will prompt you like this, the way you are seeing on the screen, right? Like saying that not secure, and it will inform you about this connection is not private. So how browsers does that, right? So let's see, like I'm using Chrome here, and I will show you the same thing in the Chrome. You can go ahead and check in all other browsers. Okay, so before getting into the browser, let me tell you how browser list things. So there is something called trust store. So trust store, so when we say trust store, it means that we keep all the CAs list here which are verified, means which can be validated across the world. So if you are getting certificate from those CA, that will be valid. Let's see how Chrome validates if the SSL certificate is valid or not. So to understand that, we have to go to the settings of this browser. This is Chrome in Mac system. So I'm going here, settings, and then look for privacy and security. Scroll up, and then you can find security. Under security, you have to scroll up. You will find something called certificates managed by Chrome. So if you click here, you can read it and understand like how Chrome gets the root certificate of the CA. So here you can find it, right? Chrome will add custom root certificate from the certificates used by your computer's operating systems. It means browser is getting the root certificate information from my Mac system. So my Mac system has the list of CAs. Every browser may have different approach to store the list of CA, but in Chrome is reading it from the operating system. So let's see how it is reading. Now if I click here, manage device certificates, if I click, you can see all the certificates which are related to the certificate authority are available under system roots. This is the list of certificate authority. We talked about GoDaddy, VeriSign. Similarly, we have different CAs here like Symantec. You can also find something related to Microsoft, Global Sign, and we have also GoDaddy. So if you want to see DigiCert is there, let me open your GoDaddy. Yeah, here it is, GoDaddy. So this is a complete list of the CA which is there for you to provide SSL certificate. Okay, so whenever you use a certificate which is invalid, and that the provider, the certificate authority of that certificate is not listed in this trust store, then that certificate will be considered as invalid. I hope we got the answer of the question that we raised in the beginning of this video, that how this SSL certificate works and how browser validates the authenticity or identity of the SSL certificate used in a website. So this is the trust store from where browser validates the certificate authority of the certificate that is issued in used in the website. It means this is the issuer. It verifies the issuer of the certificate, which is called as certificate authority. I hope you understand the basic concept of this SSL certificate, why we use it, and how browsers identify the authenticity of a SSL certificate. So this brings me at the end of this video. If you really like it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching my videos.